Welcome to the demonstration of Forefront Endpoint Protection. My name is Advait Joshi. I'm a Senior Technical Product Manager in Microsoft, and I'm going to show you today how simple it is to manage and deploy client security policies using Forefront Endpoint Protection. Let's start from the Management Console. We are in System Center Configuration Manager Console. Forefront Endpoint Protection, or FEP, is built on Configuration Manager. So FEP dashboard becomes part of Configuration Manager console. It provides you with a unified console for desktop management and protection. On the right hand side, you see a lot of operational details of client security in the enterprise. Administrators can take remediation actions based on these operational details. For this demonstration, we'll focus on defining and deploying client security policies from this unified console. So let's create a policy for all computers in our sales group. This is an example of simplicity that Forefront Endpoint Protection offers. Administrators can define policies based on pre-configured templates. For example, this high security policy enables maximum security settings for anti-malware and desktop firewall. Admins can also choose from 16 different server templates. These templates include optimized security policies for servers based on the server role. In our example, we'll let high security policy template be defined for the computers in our sales group. We'll select defaults for scanning purposes and finish the policy. After the policy is finished, you can see a lot of settings were pre-configured based on the template that we chose. Let's take an example of how you can customize the policy further. We have defined the policy based on a template. Now an administrator can go in the properties of this policy and still customize it based on their own preferences. So for example, an administrator can strike a balance between performance and protection by limiting processor usage during scans. Administrator can also go in real-time protection and enable zero-day protection features that are included in Forefront Endpoint Protection. In this case, we have enabled behavior monitoring and we have enabled protection against network-based exploits and intrusions. Administrators can also define frequency for signature updates, and administrators can define sources to get these signature updates and distribute these signature updates from. You can use your existing configuration manager or WSUS infrastructure to distribute these signature updates. Or administrators can define file shares to store and distribute signature updates. And lastly, for clients who are not connected to the corporate network, who are not connected to the WSUS infrastructure, they can get updates online using Microsoft Update Process. These sources can also be prioritized. So in our case, WSUS was a priority, and we have made it the number one source to be checked for getting signature updates. Lastly, administrator can also define basic Windows desktop firewall settings from the policy definition tab. Once we have finalized the policy, an administrator has to assign the policy. We'll assign it to our computers in the sales collection. Again, this is utilizing the same infrastructure that you already have built using Configuration Manager. We are now deploying this policy to all computers in this sales collection. And we are done. This policy is now protecting all machines in the sales group. You can also take backup of this policy by exporting the policy to an XML file. This XML file can also be used to deploy policies for clients which are not managed through Configuration Manager. Once the policy is finalized and deployed, the distribution of policies can be monitored through FEP dashboard. You can get granular information on the distribution status. If you wanted to have more details, computer-specific details, collection-specific details on policies, you can also go to historical reports from here and get those granular details. Here, the administrator can get more detailed reports on policy distribution. It helps admins to drill down into computer-specific information, identify distribution success ratio, which policies are applied on clients, as well as errors reported while trying to apply policies. In closing, Forefront Endpoint Protection simplifies the management of endpoint security. Customers can use existing Config Manager console to control and deploy endpoint protection policies.